All right. So we talked about Claude Monet and his garden, and we talked about the flowers that we would see in his garden. What we're going to do today is choose a piece of paper. You'll get to pick any color, so we have a variety of different colors. Blues and greens and turquoise and yellow. Lots of fun stuff. And what I really want you to do is be focusing on how things look and the shapes that you see in the flowers. So I want you to look closely. Just like Carter was doing when he was looking at the two pictures, he was doing a lot of observations. So he's really paying close attention to what he was seeing. We're going to be doing some flower drawings. You might make yours a little bit like a garden with stems. So you might have them growing upward. Or you might like to, we'll see if this pencil shows up. A little bit. You might like to fill in your picture so much that it just looks like flowers all over the place. So like overlapping flowers, one on top of another. I'm going to go back to this yellow one. So what we want to see is looking at the shapes. So what kind of shape do you see right here?
Circle.
Maybe a circle. Do you see how those flowers kind of start out in the center and the petals spiral around? Kind of like that spiral shape. Again, we kind of see the circle in here and how the petals come out a little bit more. What kind of shape is this? Yeah, we see some triangle shapes in there too. Some flowers even have different little shapes on the inside. Now, I'm going to take a look at one of my other pictures, one of my other papers, and I'm actually going to trace this so that it shows up a little better for you. I'm going to trace it with a marker. So you're actually going to draw with pencil, but I started with kind of with a rose I had here, kind of like this. And I started out with my spiral. And then I started with the little petals around here. So I'd make petal after petal after petal.
It's getting bigger.
Yeah, just like this one is. It starts out small if we just look at that little part. And then the petals get out bigger and grow out bigger and bigger. And they start to become a little bit more triangular
You're good.
as they grow out.
You're good. That's because she's been practicing.
That's right. And I look closely at what I'm seeing.
She's being professional.
Now, you might not be able to see it, but I have a different flower here, which I'll look for in just a sec.
I can see that.
You can see it already?
I see the little line.
Nice. Okay, so my flower, I could keep going until it's so big it goes right off the page. That's okay. We like to use those edges. And what I want to see is that you are drawing big. So the next thing, I'll see if I can do this quickly. We have so many beautiful kinds of flowers. I've got another one here. I've got another one here that's a little bit like this one, which is kind of similar with that rose. But the petals, we're seeing it at a little bit different angle and the petals all grow up. But I want you to look carefully at the flowers that you see in your pictures. Here we go. Look at those beauties. So what kind of shapes do you see in there?
Ovals.
Raise your hands. Yeah.
Ovals.
Ovals. Look at those oval petals. What are some of them doing?
Overlapping.
They're overlapping, so we see one on top of another. What kind of shape do you see here?
Circle.
Yeah, we see a circle. What do we see inside that circle? Can you look closely?
Little circles.
Yeah, little circles that create a texture. So you're going to be doing all this with pencil, but I could put this circle in, and then I could put those little texture dots, little circles in to create that texture. I can make it look bumpy on the outsides like that does. So I'm looking closely at this while I draw it. I'm observing it. I want to do those oval petals, and I want to make some of them overlapping. So I'm going to do a big oval. Then I'm going to make one behind. Make another one. Now some places, if you draw and then you want one to look like it's behind the other one, you just erase part of it. So here, if you could see this petal underneath, I would just erase that. I can't do it now because I'm working with a marker. You're just going to draw with pencil, drawing big flowers, drawing big. Repeat that with me. Drawing big. So these flowers, look at, they're almost bigger than my hand. Bigger than my hand. I want big flowers. If you only have 3 huge flowers, that's okay. But if you have maybe 5 big flowers, that would be okay. All right? I want to just see drawing really, really big. There are sometimes, I wonder if you can see this. This one is actually done by a first grader. So look at how they were seeing the little flowers growing upward. And then this is more of one big flower with the center. So I want to see you just looking closely and trying to draw.